And here we are. It's the Vintage Breaks experience.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Sorry if I'm distracted. I am setting up everything for Rick.
And John and I are going to warm everybody up here. I'll get your seats, get your adult beverages, and get ready to go tonight.
Uh-huh.
Are you doing the randomizer or is John just letting you know?
No, I'm doing the randomizer right now.
Okay. Send the email for them to do that.
Yep. All right, guys. This is going to be the random. I'm going to record.
Hey, Josh, Brian's here. Brian, how you doing? Michael?
What's up, everyone? This is for the Rick Barry event. We're going to randomize the list. 300 entries. Good luck. 8 times. You can see that. 8 times on the random.
You got to share the random one.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me share the screen. There you go. Shared.
Wiz
All right.
Cup, how are you? What's going on, man? Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate it.
Let me show you everybody 8 times on the roll. 1,
Dougie, can you look up who
2,
Rick Barry got inducted with
3,
in his class?
4,
I just moved this so it got cleaned up a little bit.
5. We're allowed to.
Okay, cool.
6, 7,
Oh, this is great.
and 8. All right, there is the list. Go ahead and get this ready.
This is an original color slide.
Everyone, welcome to Vintage Breaks Experience Special Edition. NBA Hall of Famer Rick Barry coming up, God willing, at the top of the hour with Leighton.
Yes.
Break a couple packs, have some fun. You can leave questions in the comments. We'll see if we can get Rick to answer a question or two from you guys.
Emily, I emoji the list.
Thank you.
And I'll put this on the big board. There you go. Harry Cassav got spot number 1. Tyler McHenry, Chris Isom, Tyler McHenry, Ryan Wilbeck, back to back. Rob Geis, Danny Gaspier, Gary V is in here. Tyler McHenry, Antonio Darkangelis, Harry Cassav, Lucas Lukasiski, Harry Cassav, Manuel Ortega, Ryan Wilbeck, Lucas, and so on and so on. The list I will put up. There you go.
Gary V is in our poll today.
Remember what?
Gary V is in our poll today.
In our yeah, he's in here. Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
This cubby's got a 16-month. He's trying to listen and take care of his 16-month-old. Good luck, buddy.
Okay, so now that that's done, let's put this back here.
How are you? Nick's here.
All right. Oh, I think I wanted to show something to you guys. How do I want to do this? I want to share a YouTube.
I'm
sharing the whole screen, correct? So here's what I'll
Looks
do.
like you're showing the desktop, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go here and go to our highlights. Close player. Where is my best hits? That's it. Williamson. I just added this to our videos.
If you didn't click sound, we won't get sound.
No, I know. I'm trying to figure out where I put this.
Welcome, everyone. Vintage Breaks Experience. Rick Barry, Hall of Famer. We'll get Leighton in here. We'll get Rick in. Get them set up and get going. We just want to make everybody comfortable here and make sure you're all on hand.
Basketball. Pack 20. Oh, I know. Oh, man, I'm so smart.
Wait, he's alive.
He was?
Yes.
When did he pass away?
88.
I'm so smart. Let's go here. Let's do this.
Maravich and Walt Frazier?
Got goosebumps. That's crazy.
There we go. Okay. So, Lou, I'm going to put this right here.
Okay.
See if you guys can see this. It's like a little hype video right here. We're gonna do a little PSA reveal at some point before Barry gets on.
Okay.
John, the landscape cards. Do you want me to get them
So
to you? Or,
here we go. Can you hear Leighton right now?
If you can. Oh, we heard it through your speakers. Yeah, if you don't click share the sound when you share the screen.
Oh,
Say it again. I'm sorry. Huh?
If you don't click share the sound when you share the screen.
I only need to.
How do I do that?
All right.
Stop sharing first.
Stop the sharing.
Okay.
And then when you go through the menu, there's going to be a box on the second page, I believe, down below that says share sound too.
Got it. Okay, let's try it again.
All right, cool.
With those eyes. All right, here we go.
Sorry, Mike. Hopefully it'll be Jordan.
Here we go.
Oh my God! Unbelievable! This is we have ridiculous luck here. That is insane. Wow! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't.
Not the Jordan. That's the Jordan ball.
Yes, that's right.
Man, I'll tell you, that's pretty wild. Yeah.
All right, he's
That's
gonna show.
better than watching Leighton with a big ball.
Yeah,
It's a little strange considering it's myself. Tony,
Xavier. Oh, I was there for
I
that.
just got a
I
Michael
literally have
Jordan
Leighton's
rookie
food in my
fresh from
hand,
the
but
pack. I'm
going
gonna tell
nuts.
you, maybe it's a hair 8 candidate, potentially a 9. I got to check out the centering under the light. Really, really nice card. I can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna
believe it's a
pause it
Michael
right
Jordan
here.
rookie.
All right.
Man.
Are you kidding me? This is really it's got a chance at a
man.
9.
All right, so I'm gonna pause it right there for everyone to see, and this will be a part of what Blaine's gonna show soon.
Excellent.
All right. Any word from Rick there, Lou?
Rick is not in yet. No. We're waiting on Rick Barry. And of course, it's always a matter of how well people connect to these things. So hopefully we'll get that going up and soon. And we'll get Leighton in here and get going.
Yes. Okay, so he has some things to go over. So Harry Cassup gets spot 1. So Harry, you're going to get the 74 Tops wax pack.
Wow, congratulations, Harry. That's awesome.
Second place. Let me get my cheat sheet.
Hey, what's up, Ken? What's up, CP? Donald?
Where's my cheat sheet? I had it here. I thought I had it here. Emily, did I have my cheat? Did I give you my cheat sheet?
You didn't give me, I have mine. You want mine?
Yeah, I'll take yours.
Never give you a cheat sheet away.
Cheat for the first 109.
Yeah. Second place is getting a Dr. J PSA 8, 1976. Let's go to Tyler McHenry.
Hey, what's up, Jim?
Chris Isom, you're getting a 2019 Optic Basketball Blaster box. Tyler McHenry, that's Chris Isom. Sorry, yeah. Tyler, Chris Isom, you're getting a 2019 Basketball Blaster box. Fourth place is Tyler McHenry again. You're getting a Warriors jersey signed by Rick. Fifth, Ryan Wilbeck. Sixth and seventh is all Ryan Wilbeck.
That's crazy.
Wow. He's getting 3 things signed by Rick.
It's pretty cool.
Eighth place is Rob Geis. You're also getting a Rick Barry rookie autograph card.
Very nice.
Spot 9, Danny Caspier is getting a 71 Tops New York Nets NBA yearbook. And Gary V gets a spot in the 77 Tops basketball pack.
Very cool.
And so on and so on. There you go, guys. That is our...
Okay, I think we've got Rick here. You want to bring him in?
Yeah, sure. Let's go. Okay.
Is Anthony have a free spot?
Rick,
Hi,
welcome
guys.
to the program. How are we doing today?
Hey, I got up again. It's another great day.
Oh, boy, right? That's always a win, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
Hey, Rick, how are you today?
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, got to play some pickleball this morning, and yeah, so it's good. Packing to get ready to go on a week-long bike trip with my wife to Zion and Bryce National Parks in Utah.
Zion. I love Zion.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. So you're an avid biker?
Well, I like to bike a lot. I had a really bad bicycle accident like 5 years ago, and I was in a wheelchair for three months.
Oh, wow.
I was very lucky. I had an amazing surgeon that they had to fly me to up and outside of Denver, and went surgery for 6.5 hours, fractured my pelvis in 5 places. I got more pins and rods and screws than me, but I don't know they're there. I can still do everything I want to do, and I thank God every night for Dr. Patel. So it was pretty amazing.
That is amazing. Well, we're happy that Dr. Patel was around so that you could be here with us tonight on Vintage Breaks for the Vintage Breaks experience. So tell us, Rick, did you collect basketball cards or any sort of sports cards at all as a kid or as an adult at any time in your life?
Don't bring that up, please. It's a very sad subject with me. I'm going to tell you why. This is a good story. No, this is a good story.
Good stuff. Excellent.
So yes, I did collect when I was a kid, and I kept all of the really good cards, right? And then I would get the duplicates, and we would go out in those days, and we would play a game to match to play for other people's cards.
Sure.
So you sit and you flip cards, and you match, heads, tails, whatever it may be, and you have to say that do you want to match me or am I going to match you? And
sure.
I got to the point where if I had to do 50 cards, I could do 50 heads or 50 tails.
Oh wow! So you're a hustler, is what basically?
No, I wasn't a hustler. I was just good at what I did. Shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And so one time I did, and I won all the cards from one of my neighbors. And my mother said, "What did you do?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Well, Mr. So-and-so called me, and she said that you took all of so-and-so's cards." And I said, "I didn't take his cards." I said, "We played a game. I mean, and I won the cards from him. And then you'd play with the extra ones, and you throw it against, up near a thing, and then who gets closest to the line, kind of like pitching pennies and stuff. But then also, if you get it on top of the other card, if you covered 10 cards and put one on top of another card, then you would win all those cards. But we didn't keep those cards. Those cards went back, and we put, you play for 5, you play for 10, but you play for all the good ones. So I had an amazing collection of cards that probably would be worth a hell of a lot of money today.
I'm sure it would be.
I mean, a hell of a lot of money, because I've seen what's happened to them. These are, pristine cards in perfect condition, saved them, did everything. And I had comic books the same way.
Oh,
I had all kinds of amazing comic books. I still remember, the Black Hawk, and the Squadron. And then I have all the stuff with the comic books for Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse and whatever, and Superman. So anyway, I have all this stuff. And so one time my father got so mad at me for something I did, and he burned all my cards in comic books.
Oh, I'm sorry to laugh.
He took them and brought me downstairs and threw them in the furnace, and I had to watch them burn.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yes, that was horrible. That was probably the worst thing my father's ever done to me.
Oh
my
horrible. Goodness.
And today, that would be worth a fortune. A fortune.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to make you, peel back that wound at all. But I would say to our audience, I don't know that I would play poker with you, Rick. You seem to kind of have these parlor games down pretty well.
Well, no. Poker, you got to study poker. I mean, here's the thing. I tell you what. Here's the deal. Poker is what you want to learn how to play. You want to learn how to play bridge, and here's why. In today's world, which is so screwed up, I know you want to get into talking about how screwed up it is. Okay, it's just beyond my comprehension what's going on in the world today. So put that aside. Here's the deal. Remember the saying they say, you got to learn to play the cards you're dealt, right?
Sure.
Okay. Well, the problem is everybody knows how to play poker. What do you do if you get a bad hand in poker?
Bluff.
You fold. Yeah. You fold. Right? You fold. But in bridge, if you're a bridge player, you got to play the bad hands, and it's a real skill and talent to play the bad hands in
Interesting.
Bridge. So that's why I say learn to play bridge, and you'll deal with life in a better way.
Oh, listen, if nothing else, I'm going to take that away from today, Rick. That's really cool. So my compadre here that I have with me, Lou, did you have a chance to introduce yourself to the audience?
We got a chance to talk. Lou Blassie, Rick Barry, nice to meet you. Josh is starting with us early. He wants to know if you flip the card. Oh, I'm sorry. He wants to know if you flip the cards underhanded.
Of course.
Absolutely.
You get them, and you stand. Here, I'll stand up and show you my hand. You stand
here we
up, you hold them next to you right here, and you flip like this. That's underhanded.
Yep, I like it. Well, Rick, thanks again for joining us here at Vintage Breaks tonight. We're going to open some packs. We're going to share some stories. We're going to have some fun. We're going to keep it light and easy. You were speaking of these packs that you opened and the cards that you flipped, and one of the things I want to start off the show with, as you were mentioning some of the cards that you may have had are worth a lot of money. So I'm sure you know this guy. This is actually the first time we're revealing this card. It is a Michael Jordan 1986 Fleer rookie, and we pulled this right live on our show earlier this year. We just got it back today from PSA Grading, which is actually out in California where you are, their company, their headquarters.
I'm not in California. So I've been in California for 30 plus years.
Oh, see, I'm reading all of your stats. So I just assume you're in California. I probably should ask.
I'm an actual Florida resident, but I was a Colorado resident. I still have my house. That's where I am now. My house in Colorado that I lived for almost 35 years.
Oh, wow. Very nice. So we just got this back today from Grading. and
How
it
much?
graded an 8.5
Okay.
out of a scale of 1 to 10. And so to give you an idea of perspective, the person and context, the person who bought a spot in this pack, that's what we do here at Vintage Breaks. We offer up old packs of cards where people can just hang out and watch. Other people can buy spots in these breaks. And so this person in particular pulled a Michael Jordan rookie. It just came back a PSA 8.5. They probably paid about $300 to get into the break. And this card is roughly worth about $10,000.
Wow. What a deal that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice
Now
return on investment there.
absolutely. So what we're going to be hoping for tonight is one of the beloved members of our community, Harry, won a free pack. Well, not free. He bought into our Rick Barry Experience break, and he won the first spot. So this right here, what I have, Rick, is a full box of 1974 Topps basketball cards, which if you look right up here, it sold for 15 cents per pack back in 1974. But yet today sells for about $600 to $700 per
Wow.
pack.
Wow.
And we're going to bust
Per
open this
pack.
box today per pack. We're going to take the first pack and we're going to open it for Harry with you as part of our experience. And in this
Good luck,
particular,
Harry.
yeah, exactly. Good for Harry.
Harry. I'm keeping
So
your
we're going to be
fingers
looking
crossed.
for the Iceman, Rick, George the Iceman Gervin rookies, and Bill Walton rookies are the two rookies that headline this particular year. And the particular sport, of course, is basketball. We thought was appropriate. So before we open that up, I did want to ask you a couple questions about, about the ABA and your journey. And, I wanted to really hear firsthand from you how it was so amazing to read about your success in college, to read about your first 2 years in the NBA for San Francisco. And then instead of me explaining and butchering what happened during the transition, if you could let everyone know, it seemed like definitely not commonplace, Rick, during that time period for folks to sit out a year to work for the Oakland Oaks as a broadcaster and then to come back a year later. And oh, by the way, even though you got hurt, it sounds like Oakland did okay. They went to the championship. So I'm just kind of curious what happened from, the NBA and your desire to go to the ABA so quickly.
Well, first of all, basketball had always been something that I've loved, and I still love it to this day. And the year that I had my second year in the league, I mean, you would think I would be ecstatic. I mean, I led the league in scoring in my second year in the league. I made the league, not people say, hey, you were rookie of the year. I said, well, hell, I was first team all pro in my rookie year. So, and I made all pro first team in my second year, led the league in scoring, won the All-Star game MVP. And we came within 2 pick and roll plays with Nate Thurman and me against Will Chamberlain, where we would have been the champions instead of the 76ers, that great team that they had. And I didn't have a lot of fun. And basketball had always been fun for me. I always loved it. It wasn't like a job. I mean, my God, I got to go play basketball and somebody was paying me. I mean, of course, they forgot 3 zeros back in those days, but I still got paid.
Sure.
And so I had the opportunity because the Oakland Oaks were coming into existence with the ABA. And it turned out that my father-in-law, who was my college coach, Bruce Hale, was going to be the coach of the team. So I had a chance to possibly go over and play for him again and start and have fun again playing basketball, even though we had a great basketball team. And, I wanted to win. I wanted to win a championship, but I also wanted to enjoy it. And so, nothing to take away from, God rest his soul, Bill Sharman, who I liked as a person, but to play for him was very difficult because he made you do all the things that he wanted to do as a player. And he's the one that started the stupid shoot-arounds in the morning, which I still to this day hate with a passion. I mean, and Will Chamberlain this is a great story. Will Chamberlain had the greatest answer to that because Bill left after the championship year, went to the Lakers, obviously, and had success down there. And Wilt was playing there at the end of his career. And he had his shoot-around practices, And back in those days, though, so you go in with sneaks and jeans. It was really to get you out of bed. I understood the concept.
Sure.
Get out of bed so you don't leave your game in bed and you're all loggy and sluggish or whatever. But you can do that in the freaking room at the hotel, at one of the meeting rooms, and get up and have a board and walk through stuff and get out of bed. I mean, and his thing, we got to get used to the baskets we're going to be shooting at and stuff. Yeah, well, so we're in LA, and so we have a game in LA, and I'll get back to the Wilt thing in a second. And we go to Loyola Marymount on the bus from the hotel over in the Marina area. And I go, Bill, excuse me, are we playing here tonight? And he goes, No, of course not. I said, well, then why do I want to get used to these baskets? He didn't have an answer for that one. Okay. And so Wilt was even better. Wilt finally said to him, this is the story, and it's true. He said, Bill, I'm going to show up at the arena tonight at either 7:30 or I can go at 11 o'clock in the morning. Which time do you want me? I mean, I wish I had enough guts to be able to do that, but I was only a second-year player, you know, so
Fair.
it was kind of tough to have that kind of an attitude and all. But, you know, now it's a full-scale workout. I mean, it just makes no sense to me. Why do I want to go at 10 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning, sometimes they go, and expend any energy whatsoever when I know I'm going to have to play 40-something minutes in a basketball game that night? I mean, I just don't understand it. Just like in college basketball, the dumbest thing in the world in college basketball that I see is the players come out and warm up. They go back in the locker room.
It's crazy.
They come back out and they warm up again, and they go back in the locker room. Then they come up and they try to warm up again, and they have to then stop and go for the national anthem. At least in international basketball, after they have the national anthems, they give them some time to go back and warm up again. So that's the most ludicrous, insane thing that I've ever seen. And even in the NBA, they do the same thing. You're warming up and stuff, and you go out, then you have to stop for national anthem, introductions, whatever. Let them go back out. Let me go back out and get loose again so I'm ready to play the game. But in college, I mean, I said, oh, my God, but I hate that if I was in college having to do that, because I watch all my sons having to go through it. So anyway, that's kind of what it was. I just decided that I want to have fun again, and I had a chance to go do that. And I was basically, you know, everybody talks about Curt Flood. I was Curt Flood before Curt Flood, because the NBA had the exact same reserve clause, which is a contract of slavery. I mean, you sign one contract and you got to play the rest of your life for that team. If you don't sign the contract they tender to you after your first year, you're obligated to play for 90% of what you played for the first year.
Rick, was that something that back even then was talked amongst the players, amongst you guys?
No, nobody talked about it at all. I mean, it was the situation that it opened up the doors for so many guys to get so much money. I never played one side against the other. Sure. I went and I honored every contract I had. Oh, Rick Barry, money hungry. No. I went and I said to Pat Boone and the owner, I said, look, the other owner, give me your best offer. I'm going to go back to the Warriors. I'm not going to tell them what you offered me. And I told the Warriors, give me your best offer. I said, if your offer is better than their offer, I'll come play for you. But I have to give them the chance to keep me there. I feel I owe them that. And so they came back and they lowballed me. And then they came out later to the press and told them they offered me this, but they didn't offer me that initially.
So interesting how the media can twist things, right?
So I felt very... I felt good about what I did because I felt I was fair to him, but then I was labeled, money hungry, backstabbing, all this other stuff. And then later on, all these players are all playing one side against the other to get more money and do something.
They're making super teams. Sure.
Yeah. But you know what? When you're a pioneer and you're the first one to do something, you're going to suffer the consequences of it. And, I still think to this day that people who were involved with the NBA, held that against me. I mean, here I come in. I mean, not many players that I ever remember came in as a rookie and made first team All-Pro.
No, listen, you have an incredible amount of accolades. You're not only an NBA Hall of Famer, top 50 of all time. Do you think the NBA is going to do a top 75 next year of all time?
I have no idea. And again, it's subjective, and the people who are voting.
Totally.
I mean, come on. I mean, I see where I'm ranked.
Political
stuff. I'm not even going to get into it. I mean, it's a subjective thing. I mean, these guys aren't the end all of knowing what is good for basketball and what's not good for basketball. Who's better than another player? In fact, most of them I don't even listen. When I turn the TV off when I watch games a lot of times, so I don't have to listen. I love to listen to some of the announcers. I love Kevin Harlan. I mean, and some of the other guys are just awesome, but I just have a hard time listening to the analysis because I'm wondering what game they're watching because I'm seeing things out there that's not being talked about.
Okay.
And I have a very difficult time having to listen to somebody be a master of the obvious.
Absolutely. Well, I wanted to have a special shout out to Mead Chasky Sports.
My man Mead. You know Mead? I tell you what.
I do know Mead.
He was a young kid. Now, he was a young kid when we used to come to New York over there.
Give me a little juice on Mead. Tell me.
No. Mead and one of his buddies, they would always be there every time you come into town asking for autographs, doing stuff and everything.
Loved
and
it.
Turns out, and now he winds up being in the in the memorabilia business and doing stuff and all. And Mead's a great guy. I love Mead. He's taken me to some good places for some good Italian food. I tell you that over the years.
Yeah, no, Mead's a great guy. We've worked with Dale Murphy before. We're hoping to work with some of his other clients in the future. And as we're about to get underway here, Rick, you can see this is an entire full box of packs of 1974 Topps basketball, and we're about to take the first one and open it for our buddy Harry.
No, come on, Harry.
All right.
What do we got, Harry?
So while we're opening the first pack here, what's one of the, because I did an ABA private signing about 14 years ago. Not sure if you remember it, but it's with 24 other guys, including, I believe it was yourself and Dr. J. And it was when the All-Star game was in Colorado. And I remember hearing a number of stories about the ABA and oh, wow, check this out.
What do you get?
First card underneath the gum
Oh,
from 1974 is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Wow.
So let's see if we can get that gum off nicely. Now, Rick, were you a big fan of the gum?
Not really.
Yeah, I didn't. It lasted about 2 seconds. The flavor.
Yeah, I know. It was. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, yeah, I chewed gum just to keep my mouth and moisture and stuff in there when I played the game when I played all the time. Wow, that's a great one. The first.
Yeah, how cool is this? So we just pulled a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar out of the first pack that we're doing here with Rick Barry tonight, courtesy of Mead Chasky Sports. That's a beauty. Spot number 1. The whole pack goes to Harry. Ralph Simpson, spot number 2. So do you have any good stories about Kareem?
About Kareem?
Yeah.
Well, no, I just said, I mean, he was not fun to have to play against. That's for sure. I mean,
Like downright nasty, right?
no, it wasn't nasty. It's just that he was so damn good. That skyhook is, I think,
I'm not nasty good.
the single greatest unstoppable shot. Mostly unstoppable, because I did see some footage and stuff where Wilt occasionally would get a shot and Nate Thurman might get one and everything, but it was rare. But people have no idea how difficult that shot is. I mean, he shot it from usually a lot of times from the baseline. I mean, there's no background. I mean, it had to be so precise.
It had to be perfect.
It was an unbelievable shot. I mean,
And
just
you really couldn't defend it. Like they talk about the fadeaway jumper today, but really, like you couldn't defend the skyhook, right?
No, I mean, but no, normal human beings couldn't defend.
Normal humans, sure.
Yeah, I mean, but so he's known for that, and and I was known for my underhanded free throw. So I mean, but he was an amazing player.
So speaking of the underhanded free throw, could you tell us how did you switch from shooting it the traditional way to doing it the non-traditional way?
Well, that was in high school. My father was a semi-pro player and coach, and he's the one that said, "Son, I think you can be a better shooter if you shot underhanded." And I said, "Dad, I can't do that. Girls shoot that way." I said, "Everybody's gonna make fun of me." And I remember it like it was yesterday. His exact words: "Son, they can't make fun of you if you're making them." And so and he was just persistent, so persistent. I said, "Okay, Dad, let's go do this." So I don't remember this before my junior or senior year in high school, but I went out with him that summer and I worked at it very diligently. And as I started to work, and I said, "Wow, this is actually pretty darn good." And so I really put a concerted effort into it, and I switched over that year, and I shot over 80% for the first time. I was about a 75% free throw shooter, which to me is not good. 80% is, if you're not the 80% free throw shooter, you're not a good free throw shooter. I mean, that gives you 1 out of every 5 you can miss. Come on.
Sure.
I mean, it's embarrassing that you can't shoot 80% from the free throw line. And so I switched and I got better and better and better. And then I got smart. I wish I had been smart enough to have done this early in my career when I was shooting over 10 free throws a game early in my career. And I switched 6 years before the end of my career, and I changed the technique a little bit. And then I shot those last 6 years. I averaged over 92% from the free throw line. And my last 2 years, I averaged over 94% from the free throw line. So I actually was a better free throw shooter at the end of my career than I was at any other time.
That's unbelievable, Rick. But you know what's more unbelievable? And I hope it's okay, but we not only pulled you your very own card from 1974.
Oh, you got the one with the 3 guys?
But come on, do you remember that stash in the groovy 70s?
Oh, I tell you what, that's a collector's piece for one reason. I had a mustache for about 1 month, and it happened that they took pictures.
Oh man, look at that stash.
And it wound up on there. I hate facial hair. I really do. I don't even know how these guys play with the beards. With all the beards and stuff. It drove me absolutely crazy. That picture was taken. Yeah, I had it for about 1 month, and they happened to take the pictures for the card companies at that time or whatever. And so that really is it's a collectible piece for that alone.
I'm not sure if you look like you're going to be an accountant or if you should be,
at the cowboy hat on, and I could be a good cowboy.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome! I'm so excited that we got your own card. You know, we had
I've
Warren
signed a lot
Moon.
of those. I've had a lot of those that I've signed for people.
I'm sure you have. So we actually have a few items for you to sign at the end of our session tonight that we sent you, and those packs that we sent you, they're really just for you to open whenever you like, your own leisure. Thought it'd be kind of cool.
I've got them sitting in front of me. I've got the program and stuff. The program.
Very cool.
I've got the other ones that you sent me to open up that you were nice enough to send me. I've got I don't even know where these are from. This is the basketball.
Yep.
With one stick of bubblegum picture cards from Topps. This one.
1978 basketball. Yep. Bernard King rookie possible.
Oh, yeah, there we go. And then I have the Pro Basketball 12 picture card from Topps.
1979 basketball.
Right.
And you could potentially get an Alex English. Guys, he's not going to eat the gum. Stop asking.
Well, I could open it up and put a piece in my mouth and see how long it lasts. We can put a timer on it.
Oh, listen, absolutely.
Oh my God! Wait a second. I just opened it up.
Yeah.
Right, the basketball one, the top
78.
This one, yeah.
Yep.
This one, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Look at the wait. This is hysterical. First card out.
Oh no!
There we go. No mustache. That's good karma. That's how we know you're a good dude, because we just showed the card you hated the most, and we had to make sure that we showed the good-looking Rick without the stash.
Yeah, but you didn't know what was inside this package, so that was like.
Rick, if I did, you think I'd be sitting here?
I know, so that's exactly right. You could do all. Yeah, then I got one. Hey, I was just on the phone with him yesterday because we were talking about the pension for ABA players. I got one with Louis Dampier.
Great. So this is turning into a personal for Rick. This is fantastic.
Oh, this is good. Let me see who else here. Oh, the human eraser himself, Marvin Webster.
Oh, I love it. I love that you know all these guys and their names.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Brian Winters, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you can even get it on cam. Perfect.
Oh, another guy we played against and beat him in the play. Yeah, another guy, Jack Sigma.
Jack Sigma, that's a rookie Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Please take care of that.
This is a good one?
Yeah, put it in a holder.
Oh, holder. Let me get the holder out.
Yeah, this is great.
This is awesome. All right, let me get my Jack Sigma in here. I don't want to screw this up. Don't bend it, Rick.
Please. Yeah, your tossing days and flipping days cards are over.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I have my Jack in this folder.
Great. We'll get it graded for you if you want.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let me see who else I got on. Oh, my such a shame. I played against him, coached against him in the Global Basketball Association the CBA and stuff. Chocolate Thunder himself.
Oh, Darryl Dawkins. We lost him a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
Heck of a player, right?
He was a physical specimen, that's for sure.
Yeah,
His first guy I saw breaking backboards all the time. Here's another great offensive player, man. Austin Carr.
Tell us a little bit about Austin. Did he play in the NBA and the ABA?
No, he was in NBA, Cleveland.
Just
Cavaliers.
NBA?
And he was awesome. He was a great scorer, a great player. And I worked so hard to do this. My dear friend and my starting teammate on the championship team, Silky Slim, Jamal Wilkes himself.
Oh, there you go.
Keith Wilkes back then. Wow.
Very cool.
That is cool.
Do you keep in touch, Rick, with any of your former teammates?
Yeah, for sure. I actually was just trying to get a hold of. In fact, Charles Dudley, the Hopper, our backup, one of our backup guards, just sent me and had it made up for us and sent it to us. He had made up a great dry fit long sleeve shirt with the logo picture of the ring and really cool stuff, and then picture and everybody's name in the. It's really nice. It was really thoughtful of him to do that. He went on was an executive actually with Costco for years. He retired.
Interesting.
Oh, and here's one, Super John.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
It's a good one. And then I got wow. Yeah.
So speaking of the Nets,
Ron Lee, tough guy, Ron Lee.
Oh, were you disappointed that you were never on the same team as Dr. J?
Was I disappointed?
Yeah, because obviously
I would have loved to have played with the Doc, man. I would have just seen who the hell were they going to pick the guard, because most teams only have one good defender that's individual defender, and they would have had a hell of a choice. Do you want to take Doc or take me? So one of us would have had an easy time of it. You got your watch on? Put a stopwatch on this. Somebody ready?
Stopwatch J5.
Tell me when you're ready. Give me a countdown.
He's about to eat the gum. Stopwatch.
Give me a countdown. 3, 2, 1. I'll put it in my mouth and we'll see how long it lasts.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. It's so hard. Oh.
Oh, by the way, folks, this is not part of the show. He did this on his own free will. And I mean, you're a champ. I can see why you did fantastic all across your life.
Oh
You're
my
just
God.
taking it down. That's
Hey,
great.
it's literally, seriously, it's disappearing in my mouth. It's dissolving in my mouth. It's
Oh.
it can't even turn into gum. I got to get up and spit this out. One
Yeah,
second.
take your time, please. I just hope you make it back. Oh my goodness.
God. That's brutal.
I hope someone's home to take care of you later.
Wow.
Those are vintage breaks first.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Oh my God. That was horrible.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rick. I do
Okay, so here's
appreciate
the
this
deal,
great
folks.
content.
If you get all this great stuff from vintage, don't chew the gum. Don't even try it.
Oh, these guys do it all the time.
It's horrible. It doesn't even turn into gum. I'm serious. It dissolved in my mouth.
Oh my God.
It's brutal. I still got a piece right there. Ugh. Horrible. Anyway, so I got him. I have Tim Bassett. I've got Kermit Washington. Yeah.
Kermit was a good player, right?
Yeah, Kermit was a very good player early, and such a shame with the thing with Rudy Tomjanovich. Wow, what a thing that was. And then the great Dennis Johnson, a hell of a player.
Oh, DJ, by the way, that's a Dennis Johnson rookie.
Oh, so you got to keep this one too?
Holder. Put it in the holder.
Holder. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
See, I wouldn't know anything if it weren't for you guys.
By the way, Rick will be back to break every Wednesday now with Vintage Breaks.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Okay, so I got those, and let's see, the last one I have in that packet is oh wow. Yeah, who I know so well and do stuff.
Yeah, I was waiting
Talk
for you
about
to
a
get there.
mustache. Check Doug Collins' mustache out here.
Oh, yep. He was hitting the clubs.
Doug Collins.
That's great. Doug Collins, the NBA guy, long time.
Yeah. He had a great career and was had a lot of success coaching. So
Great. That concludes our 1974 Topps basketball pack. We're now going to
open up this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we open up the 77, why don't you open up the 79? I like when you tell the stories. It's great.
Yeah. So let's see what we got here. Oh wow. We awesome. Armand Hill. Yeah.
Yep.
Armand Hill. I play so much tennis. I used to play a lot of tennis with him. Reggie Theus. Look at that picture of him. That's a weird picture. Reggie. And then I've got Caldwell Jones. Yeah, we lost him. Jeez. Sad. Oh man, this is such a sad thing. What happened to him, John Drew? Oh my God. I mean, it was so sad. His life went south, drugs and stuff. It was so sad. Ron Brewer, another guy. Yeah. And love this. We went on a tour together to play over in Asia with a bunch of retired guys. Phil Jackson was our player coach. And one of the players that was on that trip with us, Bobby Dandridge was on it as well, was this great player who is no longer here, who I just really enjoyed. We had a great time. I'll tell you a great story about him. Pete Marabou.
Oh my God. So first of all, that's very well centered. Please put that in the holder. Didn't you get inducted into the Hall of Fame with him and Walt Frazier?
Yes, I did. And Pete and I, when we went on that tour, this is great. So we're playing in Taiwan against the Taiwanese national team, right?
Oh my
So
God.
I say to Phil,
What year is this?
This is about, let's see, when I was 40. Let's see, what 48. I forget the exact year. Anyway, it was great fun. It was after, obviously we were just all retired, but
sure.
So we're in Taiwan, and so I said, Phil, they're playing a 2-1-2 zone. I said, let me play point, because they were short guys. I said, let me play the point. And I said to Pete, look, Pete, I'm going to come down the floor, and then when I get close and everything, I'm going to go really hard right in between them. Just spot up in the seam between either side, between the guard and the guy that's playing, because it was a 2-1-2. So, I mean,
sure.
It's like, there's no way you're going to do anything. So I come down, and I had 18 assists in that game. 16 of them were to Pete.
Oh my God.
I just go in and throw it right over the top of the guy, and Pete would go and take a nice little 18, 16-foot jump shot and just crushed him. It was awesome. So that was kind of cool to find Pete.
That's awesome.
Another great guy, the towel waver himself.
ML Carr. Yeah, he was pretty good.
ML Carr. Oh, wow. Kevin Greavy. Washington. Another good friend. He was on. He was the head of the retired players. He and I are very close. Spencer Haywood.
Hall of Famer, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Spencer Haywood with the Jazz.
That's nice. I like that. So right after this, folks, we're
Billy
going to be
Knight.
open.
Billy Knight, my man Billy played. He good tennis player. Billy Knight, very good tennis player. And my teammate, the guy I turned into an underhand free throw. Only guy I had success turning into an underhanded free throw.
The only conversion. Who is it?
George Johnson, who actually wound up shooting 80% when he was with the Nets, and that's with him with the Nets.
Oh, wow.
And he wound up shooting 80% from the free throw line, and he had only been like a 50% free throw shooter.
It's pretty incredible.
Noops, my man. And this one, sitting on the bench. I always wonder some of the pictures they choose to pick. Isn't this a wonderful picture, just kind of sitting on the bench like that? Rick Roby.
No.
The worst one I've seen of my cards is one of those bigger cards that they had. I'm sitting
1976 top basketball. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sitting on the bench, right? And I'm drinking water out of a paper cup.
Oh, my God.
Who the hell made the choice of this picture?
Oh, Rick, I'm going to send that to you. I have that card. I know exactly what it is. 76 basketball.
It's the stupidest picture that anybody ever made of me on a card.
J5. So I start off
with a cup of water. Hey, here's the guy. The guy that picked that picture out should have been fired.
Yeah, I agree with you. Never to photograph another card guy again. By the way, check out this photo. This is Dale Myers, spot 10. This is the last pack we're going to open with you. Check out the centering. It's a gorgeous card. But look, he looks very befuddled.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like Roby.
Yeah. But these cards come out gorgeous.
It must have been something in those few years that they liked that. Look, put that up next to yours. Look, it looks like it almost an identical pose.
Yeah, it does. That's funny. Lonnie Shelton, former Knick.
Wow. Yeah, tough guy.
These cards are coming out really sharp. This is very well centered. So shout out to Gary V. He got the last card, Gary Vaynerchuk. Apparently ended up in our break. Jim Chones of the Cavaliers.
Wow. Jim Chones was on the Nets team, the New York Nets, for a season or two after I left.
Now, were you into the uniforms of the 70s? Because some of them are highly collectible today.
Well, I know I think the biggest selling uniform they ever had was the Golden Gate. Ours with the Golden Gate Bridge and the cable car in the back, wasn't it?
Yep. Caldwell Jones.
Yeah, I have a Caldwell in mine here in my head, right? He's no longer.
Oh, we got a big card coming up here. Spot 14 is going out to Lucas. Bob Dandridge.
Oh, Bobby. I told you he was on the trip with me with Pete and those guys over in the Bahamas. I mean, over in Taiwan. And
oh, my God. Wow. So we just hit back-to-back monsters.
Oh.
Spot 15 is going out to Harry. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar looks like a solid PSA 8. Nice. We'll definitely grade that for you, Harry. Check that out. That is the full beard in effect, Rick.
Wow. Nice.
That's a beauty. You have good luck.
And that's before the goggles, right?
Yeah. So next up here is basically the best card in the set. We just pulled him, the Chief. Robert Parrish card.
My old teammate. Can you believe the Warriors traded him?
Why would they have done that? He was unbelievable.
Hey, do you know the list of people the Warriors traded away?
Tell me.
Okay, so you can stick. So here's the deal. So Robert Parrish, we'll start with him, right?
Okay, Chief.
Okay, well, no. Me.
Yep.
Yeah. Jamal Wilkes. Bernard King.
I didn't know he was on the Warriors.
Bernard King was on the Warriors. Then he went back to the Knicks and had those great years and everything. Yes.
Oh, my God.
The Warriors, that some of the people they traded away, it was mind-numbing.
That was Manuel Ortega, who is the Michael Jordan whisperer here. Elmore Smith.
Yep.
Elmore. Yeah, he's a shot blocker.
Scotty May.
Indiana. Not the Indiana Pacers, the Indiana University of Indiana. Right? Deep.
Yep. Yeah. Don Watts. I grew up a U of Miami Hurricane football fan, Rick, and my dad and my brother were avid Notre Dame football fans. So it was very fun growing up in the late 80s with the rivalry.
Yeah, well, I was back in the days when they both had good teams.
Yep. So we're going to show off once again the two highlights. Pretty incredible that we pulled these with you on camera Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, spot 15. Congratulations, Harry. And then spot 16. Congratulations to Manuel Ortega. Robert Parrish, the Chief rookie card. That is a beauty.
Nice.
Who's in the background in that picture on the Warriors?
Can't really see that well.
No.
A lot of red, white, and blue for the Bullets. It looks like they're playing.
Yeah, but he's got a it's the Warriors, and it was when he was with the Warriors. He was a rookie, so I'm just curious because I was with him that year, and I'm just curious, as who was showing up in the background. I'm just
It's hard to see.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's supposed to be a picture about him anyway. So
yeah, that was a great pack. And before we asked you to graciously sign the few items that we sent out to you, I want to show you a cool collection that our other company, Just Collect, purchased today. It is a complete set of basketball cards from 1957, and this is the best card in the set, a Bill Russell rookie.
Wow.
We just bought that today. You could read about that on our blog in the future at justcollect.com/blog. Pretty cool.
Yeah, but they were doing cards in 57?
Only in 48, 57, then 69. So there was not a lot of basketball cards really started till the 70s.
Yeah, because I know when I first came in, they didn't have rookie cards. They didn't have cards my first couple of years.
No, they did. In fact,
my rookie card is the one you sent me.
Yeah, we sent you 3 of those.
But that's after I played 2 years with the Warriors, and then I went to
and in the ABA.
Then
Oakland, right?
When I went to the Knicks. So in other words, I played 2 years. I sat out a year. Then I played for the Oaks in Oakland, and then I went to Washington, and then I went to the Nets. So I mean, this is like five years into my career as my rookie card.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So Rick, before you sign those items for us and our Vintage Breaks community, I wanted to show you a little gift that we got you that we're hoping you'll appreciate. We found this. So this right here is a photograph of you in your early years with the Warriors. And you may not be able to tell on screen, but it's very high quality. And the reason is this is the original slide, which you probably can't tell on camera, but this slide made this photograph.
Yeah.
And so we're going to send you the slide.
Is that Elgin Baylor?
Yes, it is.
That's my boyhood hero.
Yep. So we're going to send this to you, courtesy of the Vintage Breaks community, Rick. If you want to take this slide and you want to get other photos run off to send them to friends and stuff, it might make a great Christmas gift.
Yeah. And so who else is in that picture? Elgin?
Let's see here. So 32 on the 15 on the Lakers, 25 on the Lakers, and then 32 on the Warriors.
Gail Goodrich? Gail Goodrich would be 25. That's Gail right in the middle there, isn't he?
So that's 25 in the Lakers right here.
Oh, 25 in the Lakers. Oh, it's not. Then I can't see. It's that.
That's number 15 on the Lakes. And that's number 32 on the Warriors.
Oh, 32 on the Warriors. That's Cassie
not the
Russell.
Lakes. Yeah,
that's Cassie
not
Russell.
I'm sorry?
That's Cassie Russell of the Warriors.
Sounds like you know your guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably Cassie if that's the Warriors.
Yeah, so no Elgin.
No,
but
it's not Elgin. That's
really
Cassie.
Cool that, you're in your early career. It's very, very clear.
Am I in there? Where am I?
I'm sorry?
Where am I?
Oh, you're right here.
That's me right there. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, that's Cassie.
So you probably didn't recognize yourself because you don't have your patent mustache.
Yeah, well, it's hard to really see, through just looking at the side smoke. But that's Cassie going in there. That's I didn't know.
So we're going to send you that photo with the slide. Thanks again for joining us, Rick. If you could sign those few items we sent you, if you could show it on camera, that's cool because our audience would love to see you sign it.
I'm going to sign 3 of these.
Yep, please.
So I'm doing that right now.
Thank you.
And because you guys are so nice, I'll actually put Hall of Fame on there for him.
I know you don't do that often.
No, I don't.
I actually wrote to you several years ago, Rick, and you wrote back on a 1971 basketball card to my son Crosby, who's 5, best swishes to Crosby, and I have it encapsulated. It's one of the, I love it.
Great. And I'll even do this since you guys are so nice and we've had so much fun. I'll put the NBA top 50 on it as well.
Just so you know, folks, I'm willing to buy that, whoever won that, off of you. That is definitely a rare inscription. That's very cool and very gracious of you, Rick.
Yeah, I'll sign all 3 of them that way. Okay.
Shout out again to Mead Chasky Sports. And just a couple fun facts about Rick. So, Rick, if I'm not mistaken, you and your son Brent are the second father-son duo in NBA history to have ever won titles.
No. In the modern NBA, it's the first time a father and son were on an NBA championship team. It was Matty Gukas and his father, but it wasn't the NBA at that time.
Interesting. So you really are the first in the modern NBA.
I believe that's true.
That's awesome.
And there's a whole lot of trivia questions about the Barrys that are there. That a lot of people.
Well, one of our very own from our community, Chris Coe, I believe, was friends with your son Brent growing up and played soccer with him. He told us.
Oh, yeah, in Northern California.
Yep.
Okay.
Chris actually still lives
I'm
out
going
there.
to let them dry good. Then you want me to sign this? This is a ticket that you sent me.
Oh, yeah. So the reason why we sent that to you, it's cool. It's from, I believe, when you were on the Nets in the ABA early in your career. So we thought that would make a cool giveaway to someone.
December 9th, ABA.
1970 at Madison Square Garden?
A Loge ticket. It was Madison Square Garden. Yep. Loge 57A, row B, seat number 3, $8.50.
You're not even getting a beer for that anymore.
I know. That's true.
Oh, here you go. So Chris goes in the chat. The Mustangs.
I have a ticket from the 1967 All-Star game that I was the MVP in, and it's $5. $5 to go.
Yep, you're not even getting popcorn
All-Star
for that.
game. So I'm just going to sign my name. Do you want me to sign it on the front part of the ticket, right there?
Yeah, right there, wherever you like.
Like right through here.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. Thanks for asking. I appreciate you recognizing you got some history in your hands there.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun, Rick, choosing the items to send out to you to get signed. Because anyone could just send you a basketball or a jersey. I wanted to make it fun for our community.
Hey, if people want to get some really cool stuff to have, you guys should do this and make it a part of what you're doing on your show. You should get some of my balls, some Ball of Fame.
From where should we get them from?
From Ball of Fame. The company I have that makes them. You haven't seen our balls?
Obviously, I know very little in life, and I actually know less than I thought.
Well, Tiny Archibald and I, and along with Michael Dax, are the owners of the company, and we have basketballs that are there. They're memorabilia-sized balls, and we have some really, really cool stuff. I mean,
great. And where can they find you, Rick? At balloffame.com?
Well, balloffame.net is for the site, and then there's all this. Yeah, so that's where they can go. Let me just do something real quick here. Well, I don't want to lose you guys if I do it, but yeah, balloffame.net and check it out. And then we have a lot of really cool stuff, and people can get things like, for a kid, for a present, you can get a picture of your child on the ball with a picture of his favorite player.
That's awesome. So I tell you what, you really were so gracious, and your stories were incredible. Rick, we're going to give away, I'm going to personally see to it. Do you guys sell like a gift card on your site? And if you don't, I'm just going to give someone $100 to use on your site, balloffame.net, courtesy of Vintage Breaks, and for being such an amazing guest tonight, Rick.
All right. Well, here, I'm going to show you one of the things that I had made up. Here's one of mine. My wife just was nice enough to bring it up. Check this out. So there's me. I did the signing and stuff, but here, look at the ball.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is worth checking out. Balloffame.net.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, we have some pretty cool stuff that people can do, and it's it's basketball. You guys do other stuff, I'm sure too, but we do footballs and baseball. It's really cool things. I got a lot of stuff we're gonna do. I'm gonna get into trying to do a little bit more with that and get it out there, because everybody who sees it loves it. I tell you one. What is it? Marshawn. From the he was with the Raiders and
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch. He was up in Seattle, and then he went down to. So we brought it to him at the licensing show in Las Vegas and stuff, and we made one up for him. And I went and brought it over to him. Say, hey, just wanted you to have this thing. And he held that ball like he was running with it. There's no way. He said, nobody's getting this ball from me. He absolutely loved it. So it's really cool, because as you see, we could do it. We put stats on it and everything.
Yeah, no, I love it. I think it's great. We're definitely going to check it out.
Where do you want me to sign this thing?
Right up there where you have your finger, upper right. Love it. Yep. Okay. That's great. And folks, at the end here, we'll show off a couple of the items that Rick signed, and really appreciate you being on with us today. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure. Happy to do it. I'll even put all this other stuff on here for you.
That's great. Well, whoever won that's going to be very, very happy.
Yeah. And there's two great players on here. Anyway, yeah, that's my My teammate, that's actually amazing. He was a hell of a point guard right here, Guy Rogers.
Yep, that's from your rookie year, believe it or not, 65.
Yeah,
I believe.
it is. Yeah, that's my
That's
rookie
cool.
year. And then where do you want me to sign this one?
Maybe just like under the like above you on the white.
Right through, like maybe right through here underneath here.
Yeah, that's great. Yep.
Because it'd be above my picture and it won't do anything.
I love that you
And
care.
I
Oh my
love,
goodness, this is so great.
This is one of my favorite people of all time. I love playing for Louis Carnesecca.
Lou Carnesecca, sure.
Yeah, and I just feel so badly because we should have won the championship for him. We should have won the championship. We had a chance to win and go back home up 3-2, and we just he did everything right as a coach, said the right things, and I'm not going to mention teammates' names who screwed up and didn't do the right things. We wound up losing game number 5 in Indianapolis against a really outstanding Pacers team with some great players on that team. I mean, we talked about Louis Dampier and some of the players that were on that team, and Bob Nedelicki was on that team. And, anyway, that's a great team, but we should have been able to win. And then we came back in game 6 to play at Island Garden. And just before, I had a stupid thing that I did. I don't know why I used to do it, but I would go up just before the horn was going to go off to go to the bench. And I'd go up and dunk with 2 hands. And I went up there and I pulled something up in my upper neck and back. And I had to go to the locker room. Oh. And I finally told him, I said, just shoot that damn thing. I got to go out and play. By that time, we were down. And we wound up losing that game, game 6 against the Indiana Pacers. So that was a tough one. Not that I remember it.
Incredible detail. I love that you can remember all that stuff. Folks, if you're having a good time tonight, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube at youtube.com/vintagebreaks. And be sure to check out Rick and his website at balloffame.net.
I think I'm on the all-time ABA team. I'll put that on this one, too, to be a special one since it's the ABA.
Awesome. By the way, folks, I'm literally willing to buy back every piece that Rick signed tonight. It's incredible what he's doing. Very much appreciate what you're doing here for the Vintage Breaks community.
Yeah, happy to do that. And I think that's – and I have the jerseys.
Yep, awesome.
I have 2 jerseys to sign. I may have to call my wife in because I know how it takes to sign these things. You got to have them pulled really taut. It's hard.
I love that you take it so seriously.
Huh?
No, listen, I very much appreciate it.
People are going to pay to do this and stuff. Listen, if it weren't for fans, I wouldn't have the life that I have.
Yep.
Okay.
Appreciate
I just don't think enough players appreciate the fact that they're so freaking lucky to have the life that they have. And especially nowadays, I mean, like I say, if I was 30 years old today, I have a $200+ million contract. I never heard the word million in my contract negotiations. I'm still working to do a lot of things business-wise to try to make these guys play one. A lot of guys play one season and make more money than I made in my entire career.
Pretty wild, even if they only score 8.9 points a game.
Well, hell, a lot of them are making $5-6 million. They don't even score that. They don't even play.
I know, it's pretty wild.
My wife, honey.
While we're waiting for Rick's lovely wife, Lou, this is now the second.
She's in her pajamas, but I got to get her off to the side here. Because
all right, well, we don't have to put her on cam. We don't want to embarrass her.
Well, no, I can't sign it properly. So I'm asking. This is the Mitchell, and this is the big heavy.
That's a nice one. Yeah.
So there's my love.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay, she's great.
I'm fine. I'm in my jammies.
Well, you got your Kentucky thing on. She actually got her master's at Kentucky.
I'd like to tell you I'm a fan of Rutgers, but you're going to be like, who are they? They're terrible.
I know who Rutgers are. No,
I was kidding. They're just disgusting.
So so do you want me to sign? This doesn't even have a name. You want me to sign it on the here, like here in the silver thing here, or someplace in the front and here?
I'm going to go with what your gut tells you. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, I mean, both sides. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a special. I'm going to sign it on both sides.
Oh, who's better than you?
Right? And then whoever they want to hang it up, they can hang it up whichever way they want.
I love it.
Very nice.
Tell me, did you watch the Brady Bunch growing up?
I saw the Brady Bunch, but I wasn't like a big fan of the Brady Bunch.
I watched it the other day. It was hysterical.
No, you know what I was more for? What I did, it was crazy. I was back. It was the Nelsons. You know, Ricky Nelson was Ozzie and Harriet show.
Absolutely, I love it.
Front because it has this.
Yeah, well, let's see. I'm just going to see if this is going to show up well enough on this. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see.
Absolutely wins person who cares the most about signing for us. This is fantastic.
Right? Yeah.
Right here. Yeah. Oh, it's looking good.
Great. Special shout out to the Vintage Breaks community. Thanks for making tonight happen. If it really wasn't for each and every one of you, we would not be here tonight. So thank you. And Lou, as I was about to say before, so this is our second, I believe our second athlete break together.
Yes, it is.
There we go. I think that looks pretty good.
Oh, that's fantastic. It looks great.
Terrific. Yeah.
Right in the middle, above the bridge.
Yeah, and I'll just do a real quick one here, right underneath the cable car.
Lou, I hope you're having fun with us.
I'm having a blast. Are you kidding me? This is great. Rick's been great. Rick, Nick wants to ask who is the toughest player you played against? And I want to double up the question with who is the best trash talker you played against? And was that
There weren't trash talkers back when I played.
No?
Really?
Not really. Not really. I really didn't deal with anything where we had trash talkers. And I played against Bird in his rookie year, but he wasn't much then. He turned into a trash talker.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So, like, if I was going to talk trash these days, I would make sure I have to have on my Rick Barry shirt.
Oh, look at this.
I don't know if you can see that. That's
Huh.
how you do.
Honey, I got one more.
I bought that special for tonight.
Well,
Yeah.
talk to them, and then. or you
I'm
have to
talking.
sign
We're
up.
on. We're good. I'm
You
signing,
didn't tell
talking.
them who your hardest player to play against.
Hardest player to play against. Okay, they were all
Who it
hard to
was.
play against. The hardest thing for me to play against is when I had the assignment of having to guard a big, strong guy who liked to post up, because I wasn't a big,
Okay.
strong, powerful guy,
Sure.
and I had to work my butt off. And what I tried to do there is not let him get in, not let him get in front of me. I tried to use my quickness and try to get in, 3/4 him or half, get my arm in front and try to get in front of him. Because if I let him get the ball down on the low block and stuff, I wasn't going to be able to do much against him if he was a big, strong guy.
The guy that
Very
guarded-
cool.
The guy
John
that
Locke,
guarded me- the
son
guy that-
Landon says hi to you, Rick.
What's that?
One of the young kids that's watching says hi to you.
Oh, how you doing? All
Yep,
right,
his
here
name
we
is
go.
Landon.
This in here.
How do you feel, Rick, your teams, your players, your stars, your friends would have done in the NBA in 2020? How much has the game changed? Is it better? Is it worse? How would you have been as a player in 2020?
Well, it's really interesting. Let me just finish signing here. I can multitask, but I don't want to screw it up.
I love it.
Got it. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I got that. So I think that looks good there.
Oh, it's fantastic. It really is. Great.
Okay. So people say, well, yeah, you guys wouldn't be able to play with these guys today. And I said, are you on drugs? Seriously. You can't possibly be serious. I said, if you understood what's happening and how the game has changed, if I was playing today with all of the sophistication of the technology that's available and the training that's available, I would be faster, stronger, quicker, more endurance, jump higher. It'd be unbelievable how much better guys from my era would be today who were serious about it and took advantage of the technology, because every sport is totally and completely sports specific for how you train to keep your muscles strong. In fact, I probably would never have had the knee injury that I had, which would have changed my career dramatically, because I was super fast. I was faster than the guards and everything. And I went up and got hit in the air, and I went into the doctor. I remember it was Dr. Nicholas, who was the Jets physician back in those days. And he said, Rick, just do me a favor, lay on your side and put your leg up. I put my leg up. He says, don't let me push it down. No strength whatsoever on the exterior of my leg. There's a whole series of what you do now for training to build up the muscles on the exterior of your knees and everything. Would have been unbelievable. Seriously. So for anybody to say that, they have no clue. And the difference is that we understood how to play the game the way it should be played.
Yeah, I thought you'd be a bit more skilled. You'd be physically comparable, certainly, probably even more dedicated, and you'd be more skilled than these players today, wouldn't you?
Well, we would have a better understanding of how to use the talent that we have. I see players today who are in the NBA on sheer athleticism alone. And some of these guys are it's remarkable how good they are, just how athletic they are. Problem is, they don't know how to utilize that God-given talent in the best way possible. So they'll never be as good as they really should be, because they don't know how to take advantage of using that talent and God-given ability to its fullest. And it's really a shame, because I love greatness and I hate to see talent wasted. And there's a lot of talent that has been wasted, mainly because of the fact that kids a lot of times are shortchanged because they get their father trying to teach them, or they go in a lot of the AAU programs that I'm not a big fan of, that just, they have a lot of the kids who have money from families pay so they can get the kids who could really play. And those kids don't get to play at all. And then they play too many games and they break guys down. So I'm not a big fan of it, and I don't think they do enough teaching. Now, that's not everyone. There's a lot of them out there that do a great job, and so God bless them. But I had a kid play for me when I coached in the minor leagues that was Michael Jordan-esque. He was probably a little taller and bigger and more powerful than Michael, right? Bigger and more powerful. And one of the greatest, nicest young men I've ever met in my life. He was 26 years old, married with some kids, and committed. I mean, coach, can I stay after? Can we work and be doing? The problem is he had the most amazing natural physical talent. He didn't know how to play.
Yeah.
Nobody taught him what to do with this amazing skills. I said to
How to
Clifford Ray,
move.
my teammate who was my assistant coach, I said, and we took the nickname and Yo. I said, Yo, can you imagine how good this kid could be if we had him when he was younger? It was so sad that I had to tell him that you got to go and get a job because I can't play you ahead of these other guys who know how to play better, even though he was more gifted. It was so sad, really sad.
Last one from me, Rick. Did you ever get tempted to give Shaq a call? And
I actually had a lot of conversations with Shaq. He finally said, Rick, I'm a hip hop kind of guy, and it would be bad for my image. Now, he's so big and so strong and so powerful. What am I going to do? I wanted to say to him, what do you think your image is now? They think you're a joke at the free throw line. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want him to hit me. So, so he passed on it, and it's a shame because it would have been the perfect shot for him because he had broken his wrist when he was younger. He could never get his hand into the proper position where he could get it back like this. He had to have it here, and he pushed the ball. He was never going to be any good. But with the free throw, the way I did it, the wrist would have been no factor whatsoever. There's no doubt in my mind that he could have become an 80% free throw shooter if he put the time in. And if Shaq is an 80% free throw shooter, do you know how many more titles he could have won?
Yeah.
Because
instead
of sending him to the bench at the end of the game when it's close, he would have been the go-to guy. You throw
Great
him
question,
in the
Lou.
post, game over. Game over.
Well, speaking of game over, I feel like we kept you so much longer than we originally talked about. But you were so gracious with your time today, and your
That's
stories
because of
were
Mead.
unbelievable.
I'm doing that because of Mead.
Well, listen, shout out again to Mead Chasky Sports, and Mead particularly is a wonderful guy. And Rick, I hope that we can have you back on again in the future. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the cards, and I got some guys that I played with and have great respect for, and I've got 3 that actually are pretty good cards.
Yeah, you do. We'll get them graded for you if you like. We'll definitely connect with you offline. Thanks again, Mr. Rick Barry, NBA all-time great Hall of Famer.
I love your deal. Get back to me again. Mead has the number. We'll talk, and I'll put you in touch with my partner, and we work something out for that to give somebody a chance to have a gift card to go and get some.
We absolutely will. We'd be happy to support. Thanks again, Rick.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Great
God
night.
bless. Stay well.
All right.